I didn't even hear the doorbell ring. You know what I mean? Hello, everybody. It is your favorite farmer, Mercy Merce. Oh my goodness. Having a beautiful show today. Welcome to your weekly dose of dopamine. If you're a farmer, a gardener, a plant boss, a plant mommy or daddy, a prepper, a canner, a tincture maker, teas, we do it all here from top to bottom. You know, we're gonna have some exciting guests here on this program today. And I wanted to tell you guys before we start, if you haven't already, please follow us on the Garden Gumbo on YouTube. We're doing a live stream from TikTok, and then we upload some of these good content to YouTube, and we're reaching out to that. And as soon as our numbers go up over there, we'll be going live from YouTube as well. So make sure you take the time out. Thank you. Join the team. I appreciate that. You understand? Okay. I want to say shout out to my parents, because my parents made me a beast. They made me think that I could do anything that I put my mind to. And, you know, honor thy mother and father, and thy days will be long. And that is the word from the Heavenly Father. So I also love him with all of my soul and my being. So I start every show with that. And if I haven't, I need to really start the show with that. Okay, so what we're doing today, man, the same as usual, same old. We talking about wealth building. We talking about generational wealth. We talking about how to become a leader. We talking about great things. It's about to get real successful, happy, healthy, and wealthy up in here. And if you see the title of today's show, it's called Health is Wealth. So share the live, if you will. And for all those who come here, all 6 of you, listen, I appreciate you guys for being here. You know, I want you guys to definitely share the live, because we've been doing this for almost a year now. And we appreciate the 6 people that are here every week, even the ones that's waving at us from the hallway. They don't want to come on in, you know what I mean, to give us credit, making us work hard for nothing, but it's okay. Listen, if we aren't growing, we only get 7 people here every week, then that means we aren't growing. So you know what? We're going to have to do something drastic and have to reset the whole algorithm. You know what I mean? We start from scratch, because if we're not growing with the community in which we serve, we got to move around. You know what I'm saying? That just makes sense. 1 + 1 is equal to 2 all day. Only time 1 + 1 equals 14 is with chickens. You know what I mean? That's called chicken math, if you didn't know. Ba-bum-bum. So, who we got in the house? Please let me know where you're calling from or you're tuning in from. I see Dallas. I see Florida. I see Philadelphia. And I also see Pittsburgh. Yes, ma'am, sir, ma'am, sir, ma'am. I got my mods in the house. We have our guest that's coming up soon. This is going to be a real interesting one. We're going to introduce somebody new to the Garden Gumbo community. If you guys didn't know her, we'll be with her in a minute, you know. I just want to get with you guys and shout you out for a little bit to let you know what we're doing here on this platform. You know, I see Nashville is in the house. Thank you for following the live creator, Melanated Roots. That's a dope moniker. I like that. Pretty cool name. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Ace, Beverly Leonard, my favorite poet besides myself. Sweet Pea, limited edition, Ace, and those who are in the shadows lurking amongst us. Hey, Sister Sarah. That's another Sister Sarah. That's Sarah Kane. That's another friend of the room. Okay. I already told you guys, what we are here for. You know, we are here every week sharing garden hacks, life hacks, how to be better neighbors, global citizens, and also just how to be able to build with your fellow man. And every week we try to keep this new and different for you guys. Like I said, the guest that we have here, she's new to the show, and normally this wouldn't be a person who I would commune with. So to sit down with someone new, I have an opportunity to learn something new, right? The whole purpose of this show is to grow community, meet friends, and do things that we love. And I really just love that. You know what I mean? We put our time, energy, effort into doing this every week. And we do it for you guys. We do it for free. You know, some people always ask me all the time, hey, how can we help? How can we support? Hey, we have the Garden Gumbo on Patreon. And we give personal tips for people that want to learn how to grow things on a personal level. You get me for a limited time, and there are price points for that type of access. All right. And as I said earlier, for those who are just joining us, hey, pick us up at the Garden Gumbo on YouTube. If you guys don't know, my name is Mercy Merce. I go by Mercy Merce. My name is Merciful, and that's the Most High's name. So I hope I could wear that with pride. And okay, so we're going to have a couple of people coming in here. One may be a surprise guest. I don't want to announce him yet, them yet. Okay. But we definitely have a +2 tonight. So, limited edition. When you're ready, sister, I'm ready when you are. Hi, nerdy girl. That's my friend, too. Please share the live. Please tap the screen. Be nice. If you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Okay? Hey, there it is. I see the request. Hi, limited edition.
Hello, friends.
What's going on? Should I tell them your real name, or do you want to?
Yeah, you can.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is our friend. She's a friend of the room. Her name is Limited Edition here on TikTok, but her real name is Mindy, and she's from South Florida. And she's a nurse, and she does holistic medicine as well as regular medicine. So I think this is going to be an interesting conversation. So tell them something about yourself and invite.
Hi, everybody. Well, I've been watching the show and, for about a year now, just kind of creeping around in the background, learning a lot of good stuff here, meeting a lot of good people. And I came on tonight because, well, I'm struggling with my tomato plants. And so I really needed some advice and some help. And I was kind of hoping that I knew this would be the best place to go for it. So that's why I am participating today. So I'm hoping that I can get some really good feedback and maybe get these things to produce some fruit for us. But other than that, I'm a nurse. I like to take care of people. That's what I do. And part of taking care of people is taking care of my family. And so I'm trying to get back into being more sustainable here at our house with getting vegetables and, just fresh food to the house without buying it all the time. So I learn a lot from a lot of you here. And I'm very thankful for this community. And thank you for having me on, Mercy.
Hey, I appreciate you for answering the call, sis. So you said you need help with some tomatoes. I know they had a bunch of farmers in this house. Okay.
Yes.
They are gonna be jumping in here any minute here.
I can't wait. I'm probably not gonna be able to write down fast enough, so I'll catch all these comments. And I just want to give a big shout out and thank you everybody for your help now, because I don't know if I'll get to everybody to thank you individually. So
now, I got a question. So, when you say tomatoes, that's a big uh you cast a big net. So there's so many different type of tomatoes. You got to start off with kind of tomatoes you have.
So, this is the first year that I've ever tried to grow them in pots on my back porch because, again, I do live in Florida. So, the things that I have outside in the beds, the heat is really already getting to them this early. They do need watered every night, and we've been going through a kind of a drought where I'm at. It's only rained here twice in the last 2 weeks. So, of course, I'm watering them every day, but I have Roma tomatoes, and I have two big plants, which I'm going to show you here in a little bit, but only one of them has produced like two small tomatoes, and I just don't know what I'm doing wrong. I used to have a big garden in Ohio, and I had so many tomatoes I could share with the whole road. But I was like, what's going on here? And then the other plant, it's just growing all crazy, but there's nothing producing. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Oh
But
man, you know, you gotta have some tools for the job. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing too. Like I said, I this is my first time at growing in pots, so I don't know if maybe that's what's kind of bringing it down or what. But I figured somebody would be able to help me out. I'm hoping.
Yeah, we got some people coming in here. We got one of my favorite teachers in here, Edwina, chime in.
Yes, I love Edwina.
She grows a lot of tomatoes as well. I
Yes.
mean, for starters, for those who haven't grown any tomatoes before, first timers, I mean, I would say out the gate, you may need to get one of those soil tester machines.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
because yeah, I have one. I should have brought it in, and maybe I'll bring it back before we just start now. Just I know what to get. I got to dig it up. But you need a soil tester, and you might need to know, like on the back of your package when you got the tomatoes. If you bought them by seed, you know some people just cut their tomato and just put it right in the ground, right?
Right.
Um, you know, you might have to do a soil test because it's a certain acidic acid that tomatoes need. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
So it depends on your soil. You might need to fertilize, right? You are already saying you have your water, so you're not overwatering, right? So it's getting plenty of sun.
Yeah. Yeah. And I know that tomatoes generally self pollinate, if I'm right. But I did kind of do just because we're in a screened in porch, I did kind of do the old, makeup brush and kind of twirled it around the flowers on both of the plants just to see if that was part of the problem or not pollinating them. But that didn't help.
Hold on. So Sister Edwina wants to come up. Let's see if we could bring her on and bring her into the fold of the conversation. Come on, Mater lady. Mater. Hey, sis. What's going on?
Hey y'all, let me get myself together. Okay, I'm
Oh,
here.
Hi.
bedazzle us. Blow. Hey, shorty.
Hey
Pulling up.
y'all.
What's going on?
Oh, nothing much, nothing much, nothing much. Y'all talking about tomatoes
Yes,
Yes,
man.
ma'am.
and containers, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How
Trying.
big?
Help
How
one of
big
our
is
fellow
your
gardeners out.
container? How big?
Well,
How big is your container?
it's probably about 3 gallon, maybe. Let me
Okay.
take you over here just to give a quick view here. So this is, well, you can't really see it very well, and I apologize. I'm not a cameraman,
That's
but
okay.
down here's the pot. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Okay. Okay. Very good.
it's big enough,
So,
but I only got these two. These two. Well, where am I at here with my camera view? I can't see my hand. Again, don't bear with me. They're somewhere here. There we go.
I see it. Okay.
So, yep, that's all I got. But the plant's about, you know, 4 feet tall, and so is
Mm-hmm.
my other one. So that's why I'm having a lot of trouble because I'm not sure what's going on here. But
Well, what I do to mine sometimes is like the little. I'm just gonna call it what it looks like. This might not be the term, but the little branches at the bottom, I
mhm.
just take them all of
Okay,
them off,
okay,
and so that all of the energy goes up, and then
makes
you get a
sense.
nice little gate around it. And then sometimes I gotta excuse chop. Sometimes you'll have to tie certain, the big stalks,
Hmm.
tie it to it for leverage because it's gonna get heavy. and do the little lean.
Yeah, I did. I did have some stakes in there, and I got some of that Velcro tape, and I did. I saw that they were starting to fall, so I did that part. But
Yeah.
I like the whole trim in the bottom. I
Yeah, because
totally.
the bottom is where you're gonna get the insects, which is gonna be an issue, and then the low hanging fruit will rot.
That makes
Will rot.
perfect sense. All
Yeah.
right.
So once you clear that up, I think, and then once they start popping off, that's it's just over with.
Yeah, right.
Not
That's
too
what I'm
many to
hoping
even
for.
keep up with at that point.
Right, right. Well, I appreciate
These
your
off
advice.
meaning grow rapidly, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Because I
Thank
have
you.
some Creole tomatoes growing right now. They're like huge,
Oh
and I
wow.
really don't do the big tomatoes. I like the Roma tomatoes or whatever,
Hmm.
but I just they won't sell, so I got them.
Understood. Understood. Well,
Yeah.
thank you, Edwina. I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
Tell us something good while you up here. You know what I'm saying? Tell us how your week has been going.
Oh well, I'm not gonna talk about that so much because it's some sad stuff going on right now. But we're gonna press through.
We're gonna press
Yes,
on.
ma'am.
All right.
We gonna
Yeah.
press through. It's gonna be
All
pressed through.
good.
But other than
You
I
look
mean, because we had a bad storm out here.
right,
We had a bad
right.
storm out here, and a lot of people are still without lights.
Oh
Mm.
wow.
And so it's that, and then I have a friend of mine. Her mom just passed away, so it's just a lot of stuff going on right now. So we just kind of just keeping ourselves busy.
My condolences, sis. Man, that's crazy as I don't know what. I apologize on all levels, you know.
And she was a very good friend of mine. I befriend people's mamas, their grannies, their sisters, their cousins, and them. So yeah, we just found out.
Extended family.
Yeah, it's an extended family. So that's just a part of life. We gotta come to terms with it and everything like that. But other than that, the school garden is picking up.
Oh,
It's
that's good.
it's got a lot, but the grass needs to be cut, and we're just not gonna talk about that either because we got some stuff going on here in Houston that's just really wild right now. So I think I'm gonna give me a little one of those hand mowers that don't have gas or electric, and I'm just going to carve out my garden area because, we don't have any people who are keeping our grounds. It's just too much
Wow.
going on.
I'm sorry about that.
Man, that's crazy. I'm about to say, and this is on the Garden Gumbo on YouTube University. So somebody from the Houston Superintendent's office going to get to know about y'all pizza
Oh
field
yeah.
hand.
Well, I think they know because they let the people go, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Oh, man, we ain't gonna do that at all. That's another
There's too
part of
much
the
stuff
show.
going on.
Well,
But we
there's
need our
jobs to
grass
do.
cut.
Well, they need look. There's a job opening at Edwina's school. Talk to
But
her.
Yep.
yeah, you gonna have to do it for free though. It's a volunteer. Like so, we gonna get us a little hand mower, and we're gonna keep it clear in that area. I can do at least that little square.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. I love it though.
Oh, Paran says that his mother-in-law doesn't have lights in Houston. Yeah, they're saying that by Wednesday, at least 85% of the people who don't have lights will have lights. We always have some kind of power issue with some storm. I've been there, done that, so it's just aggravating.
Yeah, we're gearing up for hurricane season down here, so
Uh
I know
huh.
the feeling.
Yeah.
It's a lot of inclement weather.
Mhm.
Our friend Nerdy Girl had no power
Yes, I
a week
remember
or
that.
two ago. Yeah, it was without lights too. So I
It's
pray
like
for you safety.
That's right. It was like tornadic winds because all of downtown, the high rises, windows came out. The northwest side of Houston decimated, like big trees falling on houses, and it was wild.
Yeah, that's
It was wild.
terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But we're Houston strong. We're used to this kind of stuff.
Yes,
Hurricanes,
ma'am.
natural disasters.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
hey, it's all good.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get back to our friend here, limited edition. She's new here, so let's break her in. You know what I mean? You all Garden Gumbo, you are alumni, you are welcome. But let's tune back into our friend. We want to make sure she feels comfortable here. This is her first time, So she is a nurse, and she might want to share something about her experience of being a nurse. And
Yeah, so I was a mental health nurse first for a little while, and I was talking. I had done my little interview with Mercy, and I was just kind of giving them, some insight into why gardening and planting things is so important to me. It definitely helps my mental health, which I know I've seen a lot in the comments when I just join the lives and listen on the bottom. It's feel very healing, and it brings a sense of peace and calm to me, especially after a rough day. You get to come home and you get to see something grow, and it's a beautiful thing. And so that I think that when people say that gardening is their peace and clarity, it absolutely is. So and mental health is so important that even if you're just growing one plant at a time, you don't have to be a big farmer or gardener, or just one thing at a time. Every little thing that makes you feel better, it's a good thing. So
Yeah, that's so true.
yeah, and when you're able to give back to the community, to me that makes it even better. I have a daughter who was the garden manager at her high school, and she's going to be graduating, so that'll be passed on to my next child.
Oh, yay!
Yeah, so they're also involved. It's funny because I can't get them to do nothing around here, but it's still they do it. So, but at least they're doing it. So
But at school, I think what I found, because I have my little garden club, is
yeah,
they do it more of a social thing. Like,
yeah,
I have to get on mine too, but then I look at it and I'm like, no, they're wanting to be social, and they want to be social in a place that they feel safe.
that
So,
makes so much sense.
and so like when they're out there, like people they ordinarily wouldn't talk to, because the common interest is how things grow or wanting to be able to grow this or that, they feel more comfortable speaking to those said children
Yeah,
that they otherwise wouldn't encounter in passing classes, or they may just not have the same class. And so I kind of guide it where they're always being respectful and nice to each other, because kids, they do a little, they do little stuff.
mm-hmm.
um,
They're
but at
kids.
the end of it, I think that they really appreciate it because they look forward to it. And so one little girl that I have, she's a hard little cookie to figure out,
Mm-hmm.
but she has a social awkwardness that will give people the wrong impression of her. And so it took me a while, because I was like, oh, this little girl is a lot. But I'm not gonna kick nobody out. I want to understand. And so when I realized she's coming to try to learn how to be, like a normal social, you know what I'm saying? She's always being told she's inappropriate or this, that, but she's trying to socialize what we consider the normal way, right?
Right.
And so I was like, let me leave this girl alone and just let her be, And then I
Did she
just,
end up coming out of her shell a little bit?
uh-huh. And
Good.
then I'll insert myself certain ways where I think she's kind of going off, or she's not being friendly, or people may be perceiving her the wrong way. Like, I'll insert myself in those situations, and she seems to appreciate it. And then it seems as though she's very receptive to it. So I
That's
think that's
great.
a good thing. Yeah.
I really enjoy seeing the gardens in the schools. I think it's very important, for a lot of aspects. I think that it should be something taught in the schools. I would actually like to see a gardening course, not just a garden class or something that you'd have to join, but an actual something so that these kids can learn to be more self-sufficient. So I think that it's a great thing.
Yeah.
So, look, I went and I retrieved some tools that you might be interested in here.
Great. Thank you.
For your
Yes.
your tomatoes over here. We
All
thank you
right.
guys for your likes and your gifts. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sony,
Yes. Thank you.
my friend Sony from Jersey. All right. So these are soul testers. Um, and they come in different types, right? So this
Mm-hmm.
one right here, it tests for your fertility, which is what you're looking for. It tests for moisture and it tests for pH. And this guy right here is just for moisture and pH. So there's different ones.
Okay.
And I use these things. I use them gingerly because they break. They're not
Oh,
Oh.
30. Not these anyway. I've broke like four of these bad boys. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And this one here just is another bonus. Is a water tester, and I can give you guys a test run on what how these things work. I have some water here.
Okay.
Let's try it out. And of course, I'm gonna wash this thing again because I might have put it. I'm gonna go wash it because I'm drinking this water. Okay. Yeah, let's spray. You got some battery. Okay, yeah. So it's. Can you see that? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Cool. And it's just basically like a highlighter, you know.
Okay. I've
Like,
never seen anything like that.
yeah, I mean, if you are into the garden thing, you need to have some tools. These are like some hacks, right?
Gadgets in the garden.
Yeah. This I'm go
Who knew?
gadget.
I just thought gloves
Go
and,
gadget.
a
Yeah,
couple
I am
pairs of
go gadget.
snippers and a shovel was all right.
So, like I should have I have another chart and it's not in front of me. I usually have it. So, as I was sharing with you guys before, um, so everything in the world has pH. You have pH, your soil has pH, your plants have pH, your veggies and fruits all have pH. And pH is you um, tongue twisted. Sorry, it must be parched.
Uh-uh.
All right, hold on a second. So so
Oops.
this here, the pH is a little acidic, and
Okay.
that's 6 on down to 0. So those are like your onions and garlics and tomatoes and citric acid, right? You know,
Right.
and then you have like from 6 to like I want to say 8, and that's green. I guess these are iodine packs. This is a different one. This is not the one I usually use all the time. But anyway, so this is more acidic. This is like pH balanced, which is
Mm-hmm.
green, and this is too much. This is alkaline, like anything from 8 and above.
Right.
You know, so this is very important. And when you're having issues with things like I do berries, right? So berries is kind of like tomatoes, and since I use different, I have different berries. I got cranberries, I got blueberries and blackberries, and Marion berries, and so I just find these to be really interesting. So
Yeah.
anyway, so just for accuracy, I'm just gonna try it out, and let's just plop it
Okay.
in. This is not my normal tool, but as you see, I use different stuff all the time. So let's go ahead and just pop this in here
Okay.
without putting any iodine in there or nothing. I'm just gonna go zero it out,
Okay.
and
I
let's
turned
see
the
what
light
it.
off.
And you wait about 30 to 45 seconds, and you'll get a
Okay.
different. I'm not sure if this is gonna pick it up, but you can see the gauge moving. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Turn it to the left a little bit.
Okay. It's a glare.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I see. Oh, interesting.
Oh, okay, and it's raining.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay,
It's
that's cool.
Really,
yeah.
yeah, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, this is for water. This one just happened to be for water. I mean, the other two are for soil, moisture, fertility.
Nice.
So when you're having problems with your plants, most people are like, oh, you got to put NPK in there. You got to put 10, 10, 10, and this and that. 10, 10, 10 is not the answer to everything. You know what I mean? So you understand what I'm saying? And sometimes people, that's all they know, right?
Mhm.
And in the world of the world, it's a big world. So you need to learn different things. And that's why we have to cross train each other. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I get the professionals in here, got teachers in here, and got nurses in here.
Well, it makes sense now that you say the pH level. I mean, yeah, that absolutely makes sense. So,
Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you all. You know what I mean? That's something I study a lot. And sometimes the waters that we use, you think these waters be alkaline, da 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 da. Sometimes you got to check your resources. You know what I mean? That's why you got to do your own research, and you got to use tools to do your own research. So, I don't have a lot to say when it comes to got to turn it off. Um, when it comes to doing tomatoes, because I do potatoes.
I got some
I'm low key.
potatoes.
I'm low. Yeah, yeah. Everybody know me. I'm the potato guy, but because I like to make potato bread. Okay.
Hey
Yeah.
now.
So
Mm.
yeah. So that's one
Ooh.
of my favorite things. So when it comes to tomatoes, I'm gonna need you guys' help to tell me about the tomatoes and stuff. And we thank you all for your likes and your love that you
Yes, thank
Yes,
you.
thank you so much.
so
This is the
yeah.
first live I've ever done. So,
Oh, okay, well, you're quite the natural.
well, thank you, ma'am.
Man, and you starting on the top, you know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
everybody know the Guard Gumbo
Right?
University is, you know what I mean? This is
Yeah,
the
I
top.
made it. I'll tell you, I was bragging about it to my family. They
That's
were
it.
excited for me, and my husband was even like, "You better set a reminder so you don't forget." I was like, "I'm not gonna forget," but I set a reminder. I did.
That's good.
Shout out
That's
to your
good.
husband.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank
This is
you for you telling him and him acting like he let you come on the show.
I
Okay.
know, I know. You know,
yeah, this
we
is
let
a
them think
pretty
what they
cool
want.
thing.
That's why we're
You're
still
doing
married.
good. Huh?
I said that's why we're still married. You let them think what they want.
You're right. Right. That's how it's supposed to be, I suppose. We're laughing. Put up bumps. So what do you like about this show? How's your vibe? I mean, because you went through a strenuous test,
I did.
to get on here.
I did, yeah. The phone interview, I was scared, and my daughter sat out here with me, and at the end, I'm like, did I say everything right? And she was like, yeah. Well, what are you talking about? I'm like, but of course, teenagers, they don't really pay attention. She's like, yeah, you were fine. Until my husband came out, then she made fun of me. Well, mom was saying this and that, and I was like, oh boy, here we go. But again, teenagers, you just deal with it. What are you gonna do?
Uh-huh.
I just send them in because this is my space out here. So if they bring any negativity, it's in the house for you.
I know that's right. Oof.
That's right too. And I really appreciate you speaking to the mental health piece, because I tell you the truth, mental health is huge. A lot of people are walking around here unhealed, and we
Yeah.
trying to be happy, healed, and whole,
Yeah.
right? And sometimes you can't figure out life, right? You
Mm-hmm.
can't you just can't figure life out like that. So I find, from my personal, when we're in the garden and you're tinkering, you still life is still going on, but it slows down a little bit,
Right.
right? It slows down to your speed. You're at your own pace. There's no competition, and everything is cool. And when you're in that space, you start to think, "Oh, maybe I could have said that differently."
Mm-hmm.
Dealing with human beings, and people got feelings, and then you start thinking like, "Hey, you know what? Maybe I can go a different way to work." You know what I mean? Because it's too crowded over here. If you don't want to, cross any lines and step on toes. And it's just your way of decompressing.
Right.
For me, I'm in the garden. I feel, it's like nature's talking to you. Cause you hear the bird. Like, what was that? Cricket.
Yeah.
You hearing grasshoppers. You hearing the whatever squash bug that is. What is it? Cicada, isn't it?
Oh,
Don't even
yes,
The
cicada.
cicada.
Yeah,
Sing
they're
it, cicada.
they
yeah.
making noise. I got woodpeckers back here. It's National Geographic here in New York City. You know what I'm saying?
All
It
right.
is here in Florida too. All the
We
bugs are very big. Very
Yep.
big.
got possums. We got raccoons. We
Yep.
might even be some rabbits out here. You know, squirrels. Forget about it. You know, and the birds come out here every day and just and kick it with me. I
Yeah.
seen cardinals and blue jays and stuff like
Yes.
that. You're getting information from these birds and stuff because you never know. Like, how my lambs here get over there? And how my spinach get over here? I didn't put it over there. So it's got to be the
Play
bird
games.
traveling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So we love it, man. You know, and I got the bug. I got the garden bug. I don't know about you guys. Of course,
Yeah.
I got it.
you're here. For those, I'm trying to explain it for those who don't know about this.
Okay.
Right?
They need to know. They need to get in the know.
That's right.
In the best way that we could articulate it, you know, because sometimes life is moving at a speed that it can't even be computed. So you
Yes.
have to slow down for a minute. That's why the term "slow down and smell the flowers" is a real thing.
Yes. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And somebody's just gonna go put that on a T-shirt, and if you do, you better put Mercy Mercy's name on that bad fella. So anyway, I usually
I will write that.
it's all right. You know me. So yeah, so you know, I don't usually make the show about myself. I make the show about just being able to connect with nature, and that's the most beautiful thing that we can do.
Mm-hmm.
If you can tap in, it's a beautiful thing.
And it all starts with just one plant, really. I mean, some people, if they don't do good with one, then they're like, oh, I can't grow anything. And it's like, just try again.
Yeah.
As with anything in life, just stop, take a minute, and try again. I mean, that's the way I see it. I'm not, I have all these plants and I love everything. I do really good. A Boston fern, they just don't like me. I cannot keep them growing in my house, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I got all the other stuff growing.
Right.
So I'm not going to sweat the one fern that's like, you know what, ma'am, well, I don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
So I just let it go. But it really does start with just one thing, I think, and just seeing and being excited, having something to look forward to, you know, documenting the growth and seeing, you know, if it's a flower, watching it bloom, if it's, you know, a vegetable, watching it grow so that you know you're going to have something to feed your family. It really, it's just what you take from it, I think, and so it's very important. And yeah, there's a lot of people in really bad spots right now, and unfortunately, there's not enough resources. So, I mean, even if somebody had a community garden somewhere and, you know, they could go donate time, like cut the grass, you know, with Edwina's garden or just anything to get their foot in, you know, and start learning, I think it's a great thing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Absolutely. So,
Well, you know, we're gonna keep talking about the mental health piece. I'm gonna it's almost about time to bring in our other guest here. We're gonna hug Edwina. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna drop her down because we have another guest, and we're gonna bring in our good brother, the Herbal Brother Tov, which I was trying to catch up with, and he finally made it, and he's gonna share with us about some of his trees. He's really a tree farmer, and he's also from. Okay, I should have said this earlier. Mindy is in Florida by way of Ohio, and Tove is also a Houston resident, right? Talking to Green Thumb,
Yes.
as well, by way of Ohio as well. So
oh, wait.
let's bring them up. High five to your other Houston homie while
Yeah.
you want.
H-Town is going down, baby.
Yeah. H-Town. Let's go. Tove, what's going on, good brother? Let me introduce my brother here. All right, first off, let me introduce my brother. Ladies and gentlemen, this brother here is one of our fellow veterans here. He is a Marine, a tree farmer, a father, a magnificent father, and he has the aspirations to own a bigger farm than he has already, and he's doing extremely well. He's one of my good friends. And here we are, the Herbal Brother Tov. Oh, herbalist.
Woo, woo,
Welcome, good
woo,
brother.
woo,
Welcome, good
woo,
brother.
woo. What's up, everybody? What's
Hello.
up, Pamela? What's up, my fellow Ohioan?
Hello, OH.
Yeah, yeah. You see, we get away from that cold and go somewhere warm, right?
Always, always.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, yeah, I thank y'all for having me on the show once again. I'm becoming a regular. Two time, two time, two
Okay, yeah,
time.
you're alumni. You're alumni now.
Yeah,
You
I'm
ain't
alumni.
you're
Woo,
now
woo,
alumni.
woo,
Come on,
woo,
come on.
woo. You can tell I'm getting old because look how I'm doing it.
Right, you Arsenio with it right now. You Arsenio with it. You the dark
Yeah,
number. You got to at
boy.
least do it counterclockwise or something. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I should have tried something else. I'm just cracking my back, baby. That's a crack your back method.
I understand, brother. I understand. What's good with you, man? What you teaching us today? What we going into today? What kind of trees we dealing with today?
Well, just going on. I don't know if it's a different vibe, but talking about fruit trees, but I can only talk about what I know of my trees and the trees I have in my area. Okay. So it is a journey. It's been like a 7 year journey with these trees. And I will tell you one thing. All my trees is this year, 2024, is blooming this year. Not
Okay.
last year, not the year before, not the year before, not the and I started off with trees like this too, also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And they are just now I got some massive trees, okay, that need to be out in a backyard or in the country, right? And still no blooming until this year, this spring.
Mm.
And so don't get discouraged, wondering why your tree not blooming. Just get more familiar with your brand of fruit tree. Okay. Educate yourself on your fruit tree. And I'm doing it out of patio. So don't say you can't do nothing on your patio. All right. I don't care in pots. Mind you, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. I just gonna ask you a question real quick. So,
Yeah.
um, regarding to your trees, I've seen you have a really beautiful orchard here. I've seen you have your citrus, you got like some plums, you got some peaches. Can we start talk today about some like your stone fruits? Can
Oh
we
yeah,
can,
yeah,
we-
yeah.
can we can we
So
get into that? Let's
one
let's
one
start.
of one of my you said your what? Stone fruit?
Your stone fruits like your plums, your pears, your
Yeah,
peaches.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um one my favorite is the peach. So if I'm gonna start, let me start with the peach tree because the peach tree is so versatile that you could do so many things with them. Okay, you can make peach cobbler, you can make peach pie, you can make peach tea, peach tincture, all right, peach syrup, all right, peach jam. Right? So that's why it and it's so juicy. It's a H3O2, right? Which is basically just like full of liquid water, right? So if you eat it like a watermelon, you getting filled up and you getting your thirst quenched. So depending is many varieties in all trees. All right, so let me start there. Um, when you get one, check your zone. All right, the zone is there. A lot of people don't like to use the zone, but the zone is there to help you navigate. You know what I'm saying? So it was there before we was born. So let's kind of adhere to it. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to know what type of tree can produce well in your region and how long will it produce in your region, right? So the peach tree, to me, is one of the most lovely trees there are, right? Um, it's juicy. So many things you can make from it. Like I said, that just it's summer, it's springtime, summertime right now. So a nice peach tree or peach soda, if you know how to make soda, right? Is it go a long ways. It goes a very long ways. Um, and every tree that I'm naming today is medicinal. And when I say medicinal, you could use it either make a tincture, you can make a oil, you can make a powder, all right. You can do so many things that it heals the body. Now, I took all my trees. Now, when I get trees, I get them for a taste, a liking, and I get them for medicinal. Okay. So, in my peach tree, you could take the leaves, you could take the stems, the branches, you could take the bark. Heck, you could just skin the whole thing and take the whole trunk and turn that into powder, right? So you have so many things that you could do with it and get medicinal property from it. And let alone if you want to lose weight, right? High blood pressure, high cholesterol, eat a lot of peaches.
Mm.
Okay.
Eat a lot
What
of peaches.
what what kind of medicinal can we get from like peach tree or peach bark?
Oh man, you can get the high, like I said, high cholesterol droppage, high
Mhm.
blood pressure droppage, sugar level, diabetes. If you diabetes and your sugar level drop it, it's good for your heart, your arteries and your veins, right? To let the blood flow through it. It's good for your digestive system to get all of that. You have no idea how much stuff we got in our big intestines, right? So it actually loosens everything up because it's packed with that juice that,
Fibrous.
yeah, it just shoot it right on out that joint. So you have a lot of properties in there. Don't sleep on the peach tree.
Okay, that's good to know.
That
So
is amazing. Yeah.
yeah,
You
the
just gonna
peach
shoot it
tree.
out there?
Uh,
That part
You gonna
got me.
shoot it out there? Oh boy. Yeah, that
yeah.
was funny.
Then
So
I'm gonna stay within that family. Well, along with a peach tree, you want to also um, anytime you get a tree, it's good to have another tree of the same or in the same family, right? To go with it, to pair with it, because they can help pollinate. And not only that, nobody likes to be alone, not even a tree. Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
they sensitive. I talk to my trees. My trees respond back,
Yeah.
just like people talk to the plants. They respond back. They hear you. You respect them and take care of them. They're gonna
Yes.
take care of you with
That's
production,
absolutely right.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
right?
we got a question. We got our friend to the room, Miss Sherry Elder. She says, is grows on 7B too far north to grow a peach tree? And she would like
No, actually, five to nine, 5 to 9.
Mhm.
Right? Your growth zone for that is 5 to 9. So um, basically, you grow peach trees in all of America, North America, United States.
Mhm.
But however, drainage is always important for any one of them. Okay,
right.
all right, and of course frost. All right, mine's in pot. So in the wintertime, I just take that big thick plastic from Home Depot, Lowe's, put it over it, and that's it. That's
Okay.
all.
Mhm.
Yeah, as long as it don't touch the leaves, right, and the branches. What caused the frostbite on them is not the high winds, okay, high winds and the water on it, and then the water freezing. You'll
Okay.
Right.
start over with a 2 inch, 2 feet tree. All right, I done did it twice.
What? 2 foot? Okay. You said a 2 foot tree? Uh huh. Gotcha.
You'll start over because it had been a tore it all the way up. A tree is easily susceptible to going to shock.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of people don't know they shocking their trees, and this is why you don't go have a harvest when you think you're supposed to have a harvest, right? Um, Down here, my trees have went through the roughest of roughest heat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The past 2 years have been very, very hot than any other time I could believe down here. And uh, they
Oh,
have
brother.
handled it. I wish I could put up a shader, but unfortunately I can't. Right? They say full sun, then you getting it, baby. Let's see
Mm-hmm.
what you made of.
We got a question here from the gardening hipster. Did you ever hear to rinse the frost off with the hose before sunrise regarding the frost of your
I've heard
tree?
that back in Ohio. I
Say
remember.
that again.
She says you could rinse the frost off of your tree by hitting it with the hose, water hose.
Hey, that could be true. I don't know it. I don't know it. I'm not gonna say that's not correct. I don't have the knowledge on that to even dispute that. So I'm taking it into my memory bank. So thank you.
Okay.
You know, the next one is pear trees. Okay,
Pear
and
tree.
it's tricky thing about pear trees. They susceptible to fungi. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And it could be so upsetting because you can have your pear tree and it's nice and healthy. It could be one of them big ones, to 14 feet tall and bushy. But if it catch that fungi and it touches any other tree, it'll kill your whole orchard. You'll have to pull that joint up.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So what would excuse me, what would create that type of bacteria for that fungi to spread?
Man, they can say whatever they want to say. It's just nature, man. It's just nature. I
Hmm.
mean, when it happens and you see it, you don't know what's going on because all your leaves gonna drop off. When the leaves drop off, you know your tree is sick. I don't care what tree it is,
That's right.
right? The leaves drop off, it's sick, and I forgot the name of what that fungi is. If anybody know in the chat room, just please say it. I'm looking at it, but it's when they hit dude, it's a sad thing. You feel helpless, like your animal is sick and you can't help. You know,
If you're a
it's
tree
just
lover,
horrible.
yes.
Somebody's
If
saying
you're a tree
aphids.
lover and you depend on that fruit, yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. It's a hurtful thing, man. It's very hurtful. Especially all the time you put in. Um, you got connected to them. I'm not an animal lover. I do like animals, but I'm not an animal lover. But I am a a garden lover and a fruit tree lover. So I can understand what an animal lover go through, and it hurt, dude, when you see it. Actually, I'm gonna tell you, one of my trees did give. I got 4 pear trees, right? And the pear tree, the one caught it. One caught it. I had to cut it real quick because I seen it going down. I seen what was happening, and I bam, that mud was a 3 foot tree,
Hmm.
a 3 foot tree. So yeah, that kind of hurt it a lot. Next is the plum tree. Yeah, the plum tree. It thrives in warm places. All these trees I just named does well springtime, summertime. Longest frost don't get them springtime, summertime, right? Packed like just like its kinfolk, the pear tree and the peach tree. They pack with H3O2, so you getting your stomach filled up and you getting plenty of liquids, right? Um, and all these trees. I think when people say it takes 3 or 4 years. I'm I'm not ever. I'm telling you, I don't got no time for this. I'm not ever going to start off from just a seed for a tree. All right, I don't have time for that. But other people do. All right, I do not. I'm gonna start off from a mother tree. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and find a mother tree. I'm gonna go to a nursery and get me about a 3 or 4 year old tree that's ready to bloom. Now I'm gonna pay that $100 and I'm gonna get that tree, right? And that's where I'm gonna start at because I want to see production now,
Yeah.
not later. I want to see it now. But some people, you know what I'm saying, they can do it from a seed, you know? So those three, plum, peach, pear, um, is all very juicy fruit. Now, one thing, let me mention this. We look at vegetables and we look at cooking them. Well, guess what? You can also cook all of these.
Oh yeah.
Okay? You forgot you're making jam. You got to heat it up. Okay? But not only that, you could cut these. I guarantee you a vegan can make meals out of these, like they do mushrooms and make burgers or whatever, steaks. You could
Yeah.
do the same for these, right?
Yeah.
So I find that really good that, and it got my mind turning just by us on the show about all the things I can do with these, right? Um, Next, we got apple trees, and it's over 2,500 apple trees. Okay, that so whatever apple you like, and if you don't know about apples, this is the time from listening to the show to go ahead and do your investigation. Okay, on what you like, um, and see what's good in your area. Right, see what's the best type of apple tree in your area. Right, I tell you what, Home Depot and Lowe's um, have apple trees that's blooming right now. And they like what? I think maybe 10 or 12 feet tall.
Wow. Really?
Now, here's my thing. When I go by a tree, I look at the base to see how healthy the base is. Okay? That tells me everything because you what's that word? You
Prune?
showed me? Huh?
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, when you put the foil on it and you wait a while. Propagate?
Oh, yes, 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 yes. Air layering,
Okay.
brother.
Right.
It's air layer. Air layer, sorry.
Balance.
Okay, so when I look at it, I see how healthy it is, and I remove the brown to check out if it's green underneath there, right?
Yeah,
And
brother.
this is how I pick my tree. Now I will look from the tree trunk on up all the way to the very top and see how healthy it is, comparing it to other ones that's there. Then I go to the leaves and see how healthy the leaves if it got leaves on it. Or it right now, you can't go wrong getting a tree from Home Depot or Lowe's. You can't go wrong. Now I'm gonna say this. This is the first year. I've been doing this 7 years, 8 years. Home Depot and Lowe's, this is the first year that they have 8 foot trees and above.
Wow.
And every one of my other trees was 2 feet.
Okay.
Last year, the year before that, the year before that, the year before that, 2 feet. I don't know what the difference is now, but however, the prices changed from there where when I was buying it, I was getting them for like $35. Now they about what, 60,
Hmm.
49, something like that, 59. But I was getting them for like 35, right? But they are tall, ready to bear fruit off a mother tree right now. So you can't miss out on that investment, y'all. If you want fruit trees right now, and I tell you what, if you bring your tree in the house in the wintertime, your tree is gonna bloom in the wintertime.
Hmm.
All right. I brought mine in during the frost in January. Did I not?
Yes, you did.
And what it started doing. First time ever my trees bloomed in the house.
Wow.
In the house. So y'all can take that advice, run with it. I think, and it was a vent up there, right? And so I think it really loved the heat from the vent because they was just.
Yeah.
I was like, y'all don't. I was dancing. I was dancing, slow grooving, like, yeah, baby. Yeah. So it was a beautiful thing. The next one I have is the banana tree. Now, most people think,
Nothing. I was gonna say something. Go ahead, brother.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead. All right. So look, just so we all on the same page. All right. So what Brother Tove was speaking of, he's talking about propagation of his trees and such and such. When I first met this brother, he's a fellow tree farmer as myself, and I too grow fruit trees. So I was kind of teaching him, or which is cross training, you know, how to air layer his trees. And like when he was telling you guys to chop off a little bit of the wood off the tree, what he was talking about was pull the camber of the tree itself.
Yes, thank you for the name. The language.
So you peel it back a little bit so you can create a root system. And so anyway, he was showing me his trees. He was showing off because he's the kind of guy. He's my buddy, and it was a low quad. He had a grapefruit. He had this ginormous grapefruit in his house. And it was 26 feet tall. I said, bro, you got this in the house. You got to prune this fast, fella. And I guess he ran out of plastic wrap or whatever.
Yeah.
Plastic wrap. He could have used these little capsules. They like circular type of deals. I have somewhere. And anyway, so I was trying to show him how to prune back some of his things. He possibly could have sold some of the seedlings. So, I didn't want to break his flow. That's how come I was like, nah, I'm not going to go into it because it seems like I'm taking him off way up.
No, I'm still with you. I like that.
No, but they don't know what I want, them to follow us all the way through. So I just didn't want to take your time. We want everybody to be able to express themselves as best they can. So I just want to make everybody understand what's going on. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it was air layering. That was the word I was looking for. The air layering part. And if you want to get into the air layering, just like a fellow teacher told me, Brother Merce, hey, listen. I sound like I was from another place. Hey, listen. Right? If you air layer and you don't receive a new tree off that branch, don't stop. Just go, what you said, Merce, go above it and scrape that off and start over.
Yeah, I want to show you guys a little bit of an example, if I may. That way, this is a teaching platform. We want everybody to be in the same kind of vein. I usually got trees all over here, right?
Right.
You guys know I got trees everywhere. So I was looking for my avocado tree. I think I put it outside. But go ahead. I usually have it right here. One of my avocado trees is really warm over here in the section. So I wanted to show you about
banana tree, right? People call it a banana tree. It's not a tree. Okay? A banana we just somehow started calling it banana trees, but it's actually a herb. When you look at the leaf of, well, I'm going to just say it for the sake of banana trees. All right. Look at the leaf. It's nothing but a big herb. It has a leaf like a mince. Okay. Look at it. It is wide. It's not a tree. Because even that, it's not wood. Okay. So it's not a tree. Right? But it is a herb. And if you thought herbs was too small, well, the banana tree is proving you wrong. Okay? And it's very medicinal. It's very medicinal. Why you think people in other countries cook with it? Okay? They cook with the whole leaf. So banana trees is Um, you can't go wrong with it. Of course, we know we have a hybrid here, and the original do have seeds in it. Now, I think people reason why a hybrid came along or any fruit. This is one thing we gotta understand. The reason there are not seeds in fruit today is because we demanded it. We demanded it. Oh, it's too many seeds in this watermelon. I can't enjoy it. Oh, it's too many seeds in this banana. I can't enjoy it. We did this over the past
That's
30
true.
years, right? So we got to take accountability. We mad at them for doing it when it was actually us demanding it. And they just came up with a solution. Okay? So it was on us. But however, banana tree, hey, if you got banana trees and you are into medicinal, get everything of a banana tree if you can and dry it out. All right. It's very high in everything. All right. So it is a superfood. So it will do the body great. Uh, the next one is the guava.
Mm,
Guava. Oh man.
I love guava.
Man, guava. Mm-mm-mm. It's one that we don't look at as a common fruit. Okay, along with the next one I'm gonna mention, which is the dragon fruit.
Oh,
Okay, we
that's
don't. What'd you say?
That's my favorite. Dragon
Yeah.
fruit. Oh, and I was so upset that I had just learned about it like 6 years ago. I was like, where has it been all my life? It was amazing.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. So I didn't know about the dragon fruit, right? And the dragon fruit, we had some dragon fruit, but like we got a lot of cactus that we grow, right, in my house, and so therefore, um, we got the prickly pear too. Oh yes. So that when did the dragon fruit, I'm like, man, this mother just looking crazy, is skinny, and it just growing. And he got maybe about 12 feet long, right? And I'm just looking at this thing like, what is it supposed to be doing? I wind up throwing it away, right? Because
Oh,
I hauled like 2 years ago. I wind up throwing it away because I rehauled my whole thing now. But after, as soon as I threw it away, a video come down my timeline on dragon fruit, and I was so hurt, man. I was so hurt. But I got about four of them now, right? They got a baby about on their fourth notch.
There you
So
go.
I'm gonna take care of them, and probably next year I have a production out of them. But dragon fruit and guava is two of the plants that everybody need to add to their collection. Okay, it's probably the closest thing that we will get to something being overseas. Okay, in another country, right? And you don't have to pay the grocery store because can somebody look up how much
A dragon fruit right now at the Publix, and well, when they're even in season, they're like $5 a piece. A piece,
five a
five
piece
dollars. I
per
was like,
per
what
fruit?
for one fruit? Yeah,
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
yeah.
That's a lot. When you could grow your tree and you got it yourself, right? And this is what I'm doing with me doing this year. I didn't do any gardening. I concentrated on fruit trees. And I've been buying fruit trees like a crazy, right? Crazy getting fruit trees, and because it takes a long time for fruit trees versus a crop where it only takes 3 to 4 months. Okay, so fruit trees seem more in demand in my thought process than a garden, right? And so that's why I took to going with fruit trees, um, because I need to that fungi on the pear tree really took me for a spin. All right. And then I started watching other people. They had one person had like 10, I don't want to exaggerate, but I think about 10, 6 to 10 pear trees, and one pear tree caused all the rest of them to be infected.
Wow. That's
All the
intense.
rest of them to be infected. They had to pull them all up. Now, I did watch on YouTube, um, I forgot her and her husband. She had a pear tree and it had the same thing, and it was her. She had a gangster tree, old bird tree, right? The 20-year type tree, 10 year, 20 year, and hers was so bad. She was doing something silver on it or copper, right, on it to try to get rid of it, and she wound up having to cut it down to a little bound muscle man type tree. That's it. That's all she could do. She tried though. She tried. So be on the lookout for the pear trees. Learn about them before you even get into a pear tree. That's all I can tell you. Every other tree seemed like pretty cool, right? Because I'm giving you trees that I know of, fruit that I know of that I could speak on, right? I can't give you anything else. I don't know about those, right? Not to say I don't know about them. I know from studying because I'm out there as gardeners, whatever we do, we know that we on our babies 24/7, right? We watching them, we in them, pulling the leaves back, inspecting, looking at everything, looking for spider mites, aphids, all of this. We own our stuff, so it's the same way with these trees. I'm watching them, and I'm loving what I'm seeing and how they are producing, and I give them food. I give them food every 45 days. Every 45 days, I give them food, right? I give them a mixture of, uh, um, what is it? Blood meal, bone meal, um, worm casting, and uh, uh, what's that one I use? Dr. Earth, right? So I mix it up and I scoop out some, dig me a hole inside of it and dump it in, right? Don't put it on top because them little slime slugs, they gonna come up there and they're gonna eat all of that and everything. So don't put it on, dig your little hole inside of it, dump it in there, and then just let the water, when you water it and everything, just let that do its job, right? And I think that's probably another thing that really helps. Do not ever let someone tell you growing in a pot don't work. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Don't ever let nobody. My trees have been nothing in pots. In pots. And here's the thing: they know when it's springtime because they start forming at the same time all these other big trees form. They know when it's wintertime, fall time, because they start losing their leaves at the same time. So whether they're in the ground or in a pot, they are connected to each other, no matter what. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you do them in a pot or if you're doing what you do it in a lead farmer. He used to take his out the ground and put it in his garage in the winter. Right, he'd dig it up and put them in the garage. So you can help your trees. You can grow your trees in pots. I grow all mines. I'm transferring most of mine to trash can, 50 gallon, because all my trees is big dogs. Right.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get out of here, y'all. I gotta get out of here because it's too small. I want down the road my trees going down the road to the house or just going down the road, cut into the wood, cleared out, going down the road, and I want my whatever fall to the ground. If I don't get it, then guess what? My goats, my horses, right? My chickens, they will always have good treats. They will always have good food. you know. So I think reason why we don't see trees like that today is because everybody found it a nuisance back then. But they ran us away. That was the kids that was trying to eat it. Get out my yard, right? But then you finally cut the trees down because they was a nuisance. When you want to cut your grass, you felt it was a nuisance. Shame on you.
I agree with that. Shame on that. It bothers me that people, even still in some places they're greedy about down here. They have avocado trees, and there's a huge homeless population down here. And I'm
You got
like,
avocado trees?
oh, I have one growing out the front, but I mean that some people who have like more land down here, they'll have avocado, mango trees, fresh mangoes. They're so delicious. But
Man,
they yell about people like picking the stuff off the ground, like they're homeless. It's a mango, like they're
yeah,
hungry. Really? But
that's
I
great.
mean, it's just, God gave us this fruit and it's here and we're supposed to be helping to feed. And I just don't get it. I can't wrap my head around it.
What
So,
else y'all got down there?
uh,
Mango and the what did you just said? Mango and the what's the
and the
other?
avocados. So Florida
Avocado.
avocados, they are so I had when I was in nursing school, one of my classmates brought me. They were the biggest avocados I ever saw in my life, and they were so delicious. And I got a seed out of one, and I started growing it. It's about 5 foot tall now, and I have it outside in a pot, but it's doing
Hmm.
really good. And
Have you seen when you go to a nursery or Home Depot or the other store? Do you see them with a lesser price because it's more abundant in people's yard?
you know what? To be honest, I've never even looked at them. I don't even know if they have them, to be
Mhm.
honest. We have like a Rockledge Garden Center not too far away, and I think that would probably, it's more nursery style, so I think that'd probably be where I'd have to find something like that. Because I keep eyeballing this one tree that I really want, and I know the story is down here, you could just cut a branch off of it and propagate it, stick it in dirt, and it'll grow. And
Right.
I can't remember the name of it, but it flowers the flowers that they make the leis with in Hawaii. So I always forget the name of it. But my neighbor, I've been watching, they have one across the street. So I'm going to play nice and ask them if I can't have a branch off that tree.
Right.
I really want a branch off that tree.
I'm coming to Florida because I got to get me a mango tree.
Right?
I got to get me a avocado tree. I'm not just coming to get no little one. I'm coming to get one that's
Well, I'll let you
swinging.
know if I see any big ones. I'll
Yeah.
definitely
Now
let you know.
the only thing, Brother Tove,
Uh
sometimes
huh.
they will give you a hard time crossing state line with fruit
Do it.
trees because of the insects.
Oh,
So just beware of that because I know when I did go down to Florida
Uh
and we
huh.
were buying some produce from like the little stands, if
Right.
you buy too much, they'll ask you, like where you're going or whatever. They do that. I mean, it was the strangest thing. And I'm like, well,
that's
we're just getting on the road to have a snack or whatever. We're riding back, and then we're like, okay, well, you can only buy so many pounds of oranges, they won't allow you to buy.
wow.
Wow. I
So
can see that though. I can see that, but kind of like what comes
They
from another
rolling in there with
country.
a semi or something, so it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's what it is like in certain regions they may have an insect that is
if
to
they
that
don't want
region, and
rat.
if it crosses state lines and that insect is not like in Texas, then it
Right.
can cause a big issue, and so
That makes
that's what they
perfect
told us.
sense.
Yeah.
That
Right.
does. Because I know
Right.
down here, and one of the colleges down here is they invented the love bug. And there's like, so now every year we have what's called a love bug season, and these bugs are crazy.
Right
And they
now.
were genetically made at a college in a chemistry class. They were made to, I believe, kill mosquitoes.
Love
I could be
bug?
totally wrong. But yeah, they're called love bugs.
The
But
little black ones with the red.
yes, they look like a lightning bug minus the lightning part.
Right.
They like
They
stick together and they get all over your car, and whatever they do, they eat the paint off the car if you don't wash your car pretty regularly during that
wow.
season. And when they come, they swarm. But
They
I
out
looked
right
in
now.
Ohio
I
my
just
whole
started
life.
seeing them yesterday.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. I
So
just
they're
started
kind
seeing them yesterday.
yeah.
Well, listen.
Weird. They're not long. They don't last long.
In the state of Georgia, you can't bring other trees in there either, right? So we need to learn how we can make these trees from scratch, right? So you mentioned a bunch of things. I just had to grab the quickest thing that I could. I always try to make a teachable moment. And he mentioned bananas. I usually don't use these kind of bananas. I use the burro bananas. That's the one that Dr. Sabi uses. The ones that look like this. Okay.
The mini ones.
The little teeny ones, right?
Yeah.
These little boogers there, they usually about 4 inches. They said that this is a hybrid, but we're gonna roll with it. All right, so I'm gonna teach you guys. You guys want to learn how you can get the seeds from a banana? Say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let me show you guys how to do this really quickly. So you take the banana, and you wouldn't even know that there's seeds in this guy. And I already prepped the area. So what I have here, since I've seen the singing cat lady in here, she's another veteran. It's a friend of mine. She always uses loofahs. She's a loofah lady. She challenged me to the loofah war. Anyway, I'm using a loofah. This is a piece of cardboard, like, from the paper towel. I try to reuse. I upcycle everything.
Right.
So I cut the thing from the paper
roll.
towel. The roll, yes. Cut it in half. Bottom. That's that. You guys see that?
Well, it looked like an ancient scroll.
It is. It is. And so this is a loofah, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I layer that on top of the paper towel roll, right? Okay, cardboard, duh. Let's get it together. Okay, let's get it together. All right, so this is going to be the base. And this, my friends, we're going to show you how to get the seeds from a banana. You take your thumb and you hit it from the top. And if you do it very carefully, if I do this very carefully, it'll split in 3. Right, so,
oh, yeah. It already had the lines. I'm looking at the line.
Yeah, let's try to do it right, because I don't want to fail on camera here. But I'm gonna try.
Yeah, because you took it off of camera.
No.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, he showed us something, y'all.
Wow.
Get out of town.
Now, ain't that crazy? All these techniques
That's
they
the seeds.
showing us about, hey, you've been eating this wrong. You've been eating this wrong. And he just showed us, split it down the middle.
Yeah, that's cool.
Roxy, you see, Roxy gave me the salute. Go Navy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just and I water. You know what I'm saying? Old Navy. Yo, that's my service brother. Right
Wait, before you eat it all, where are the seeds?
I just showed you. The seeds will be right here, man.
Oh, in the middle.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right. Sorry, I
So
missed. I was so
when you crack
excited.
it, okay, when you crack it open, it's gonna be in the middle on either side.
Got it. Thank you.
Take a screenshot, you guys. You know what I'm saying? So you guys know what's happening here.
Thank
No,
you.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna to work on just trying to split it like you just did.
It takes some practice. Obviously, I've done this. You know what I'm saying? My neighbor, he has 40 different banana trees up the block.
How many?
40.
Wow.
I got about 3.
In my neighborhood. Huh?
I got about 3.
Well, my neighbor who had 40, he gave me 3.
3 different varieties.
3 different trees.
But I got about 7 banana trees, 7 or 8 banana trees, but I got 3 different varieties.
So look, yeah. So look, I'm not going to outshine the master. I'm gonna give it back to Tov, but for the audience that wants to, learn how to do things from seeds, because look, it's going to create problems for you, right? We don't want the USDA. Hey, what you got there, buddy?
Right.
We don't mind sharing seeds across state. We don't want little buggies, right? So we don't want the invasive species. So we want to do everything in accordance to where we are in the geographical region we're from. We don't want no smoke with no kind of...
Yeah, we don't want no smoke. We don't want no smoke. We didn't know that was the law.
So we're just trying to be as...
I didn't know.
We're learning and growing.
As
Right,
responsible as we
right.
can, on the garden gumbo.
That's right.
And if you guys haven't yet, please subscribe to us on YouTube. We're going to turn it back to Brother Tove because he's given us the 10 stone fruits that he uses. And if you guys are just coming in, so I'm just trying to help him out here, aid and assist.
But
Eat
the,
bananas.
the last two, fig. You can't go wrong with a fig tree. All right. Fig tree. Um, a lot of people don't like figs. A lot of people do like figs. That's the first thing. Get what you like. Just
Yes.
like grow what you like. Figs is beneficial to me and my household for medicinal and for the taste, right? So um, we just like the figs. The one reason why I really like the fig is because of the leaves, right? The leaves are almost kind of like the papayas, right? The papaya leaves, and they kind of grow kind of like the same too, different stalk, but the I don't know if yeah, I would say fig is woody bark, right? It's hollow, but it's a woody bark, right? Um, and the leaves are very, very medicinal, just like the fruit. All right. Of course, they do have wasps love getting inside of them and laying their larvae. Um, but that's just part of the whole game. You know what I'm saying? If you into gardening and fruit trees, that's just a worm may be in one of the fruit. Okay,
Yeah.
it may be in there. Matter of fact, I just ordered me a cheese press.
Oh.
Yeah, because I gotta make my own juice. Listen, this juicer thing, that was the original OG juicer,
Yes.
right? And it wasn't about no struggling. Let me cut this up. No, you put a whole bunch of them in there, and you get to doing this, and it just all come on down, right? So I'm back to my game on that, right?
All right.
So and it will crush it'll crush everything. And me being in the field I'm in as a herbalist, all that potent get either gonna turn into powder or it's gonna get turned into powder or it's gonna be turned into hydrated fruit that's gonna be for teas to use in tea.
Hmm.
So I'm a win-win all the way with it,
I know that.
right? In a big production way, you know. So instead of doing all of that messing around with these little economical juicers y'all all went on a binge and got. I'm going with big boy. Twist, work that muscle. Twist, work that muscle. Ugh, and just,
I
I
haven't
think
bought a
I'm
juicer yet. I can admit it. I have not bought a juicer yet. I'm not there.
not yet
Not yet. Nope. No juicer for me.
old school.
Not yet, but yeah, not. I'll figure it out one of these days.
Y'all two got one, don't you?
Yes.
I saw it when I saw
She
that.
said it like
That was
Texas.
nice.
Yes.
But, yeah.
Right. We
Oh,
working the muscles. We ain't working that. We gonna press them buttons.
yeah, yeah.
And
Only
clean
reason
up a
why
lot.
I like things old school, like washing buckets, wash boards,
Yeah.
get on my knees and mop and stuff. I just like old school stuff. That's how I grew up. And I like to keep them things alive. You know what I mean? Just like a saw. I got all the tools in the world, but I still got that
Yeah.
right. The last one, the last one, and he just sprouted two flowers, and he is maybe about, I'm gonna say about 5 feet five or maybe 6 feet tall now, right? Is my pomegranate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, I tripped out because you watch every day. You go out there. I drink my tea or my coffee in the morning. Go inspect and look at my trees, and I said, oh, is that what I think it is? Yeah.
Nice.
There's two on there, so I'm trying to look how I can get more production. I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I have so many shrubs and everything that I don't know what they is, right? And so I went to Home Depot and Lowe's to see what they had because I seen a fruit tree on a video, and she said she was at Home Depot or Lowe's, and I said, let me go ahead until Saturday. Let me go ahead and check and see if they got it there. You know what I'm saying? I like that fruit. I go there and I see a shrub only is by the fruit trees, and when I look at the shrub, I I look at the name on there. I said, damn, that look like the tree I got at home, right? I said, damn, that look like. I come home, turn that bucket. I said, oh, pomegranate. I got a pomegranate. I ain't got no baby pomegranate either. I got a big size pomegranate
Oh,
tree.
wow.
That was in March.
Okay.
I was in March.
At Home
And
Depot?
when all of this happened, I've been had the tree. I probably had the tree about 2 years.
Oh,
But I thought it was a shrub,
okay, okay.
right? So mind y'all, I had so many plants, herbs, vegetables, and fruit trees that I said, you know what, man, I can't even chill on my patio, man. And this ain't gonna work. For this year, this ain't gonna work. So I took and yanked everything out. I had to sacrifice. I took everything out, yanked everything out of the pots, and I went. And this is like I stay in condos, so it's a whole what should be a flower bed, but it's not, right? So I took everything out and took and dumped all the soil out there on it to cover that whole joint. I had enough pots to cover that whole joint up, right? And when I did that, I was about to do the what's called, but I seen that video, went to Home Depot, came back. I said, baby, I was about to kill y'all. I was about to kill y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And then it just fruited it flowered. I seen the little bud, and then it fruited. Now it's growing, and I'm like, man, I can't wait till them joints get big.
Yeah. They are so
So
full of antioxidants. The pomegranates are so good for you.
yeah, look at it. It looked like your brain, your heart, your kidney, your liver, your gonads, your all your glands in your body. It looked like every single organism in your body, right? Your eggs, your women eggs, men's sperm cell,
Hey,
huh?
be careful. Go ahead.
Yeah, it looked like all of those. It looked like all of those. I know terminology. But it just looked like the whole body anatomy, right? Any organ that you look at, and it also looked like an alien, like it's about to drop little alien pies.
It always reminds me of eyeballs or
Yeah,
Hey, yo,
that too. See
tapioca.
we
that.
got questions, man. Somebody asked, what are your medicinal benefits of fig leaf, sir? Please let us know.
Figs is anti microbial, antibacterial. That it reduces fevers. It is good for your kidneys. It is good for your liver. It is good for your heart. It is good for your brain activity, right? Some people have racing thoughts, ADHD, ADD, right? Figs, figs is a superfood,
Mm.
right? We talking about all the minerals. You can look up for the fig tree. I think fig has probably about 75 of the 102 minerals, right? So it is a superfood that it do well. You got diabetes, you got high cholesterol, you got when they say superfood, darn near everything that you could think of wrong with your body, a superfood can take care of. And that superfood is one of the superfood is a fig, right? So I would say right now is the time when you want to harvest the leaves. If you can find a tree, this is the time to harvest leaves. Even pine needles, pine cones, the little green ones, pine needles, everything right now is the time that you want to do. You want to harvest leaves because they fresh, they not burnt up by the sun, and they all still new and growing, right? So you can't go wrong with either the fig itself or the leaves. You can't go wrong with them, right? You can make a tincture, you can make a tea, you can make an oil, you can even make it and good for your face. Okay, treating acne and psoriasis.
Well,
Okay, to soothe your skin. Now, do it get rid of it? No, because it's internal,
well,
right? But for the external, it will go ahead and give you great relief and even make it disappear, right? Because if it flare up, that means it flared up because of the inside, but it can reduce the flare up to where it go back down.
We
All
got
right.
another question. The sister here, gardening hipster, asks, "Does you make teas from your fig leaves?"
Yes, yes. You can do it fresh. You know, like say you got a fig tree and you just want to go out there and grab a, a fig leaf, right? Go ahead and cut it up like, because it look like greens, right? Like collard greens, right? So just cut it up, put it in your filter for your automatic coffee maker, and then go ahead and run it. That's it. Just run it. Cut it up real good to release all the nutrients inside, the juice inside. So cut it up and put it in the filter, and then run it and make you a whole coffee pot full, right? And then enjoy yourself. Add some agave or some honey, and there it is.
Someone asks, "Where is your tree farm? What grow zone are you in, and where you from?"
I'm in 9. I'm in Texas, Houston. I'm in 9. Ain't that right, Lynn? We
Yes.
9?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
correct. Nine, nine,
Okay.
9.
Yes. Okay. Do we have any more questions for anybody else on the panel? You know what I'm saying? This would be the time.
And I love drinking out of glasses. I love drinking out of glasses. It don't have a taste, but the taste that you got in there.
You better. It sounds about right.
Ooh.
And if you are coming late, we did a whole water test here, and we found out my water was 6.3 in Dollar Tree water. So yeah, and for those who missed my little demonstration, I did the banana trick. You know,
Yeah.
they said I didn't get a chance to finish. I ate the evidence,
He
but
ate the
I should
banana.
just have banana seed. Well, I don't have soil here because I'm just happen to be wearing white. I didn't expect to do that. We could have did some kind of peach, but I don't have any peaches on deck. So that's just a whole nother show. We will do that another time. But anybody else has some questions for our friend Mindy here, Edwina or Tove? You know what I mean? This is our newest friend right here, Mindy, aka the limited edition. Everybody, please follow Mindy.
Thank you. Thank you again for having me on. This has been so fun, and I've learned so much. I've taken so many notes, you don't even know. I got pages over here now full. I'm so excited to go back.
Me too. Me too.
I'm
Yeah,
so,
yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Hey, deja vu.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get me some fruit trees for sure.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
if anybody, just a little advice. Everybody, get you some pine needles and get you some pine cones at this very moment. Whatever leaves you see on a fruit tree or your vegetables, you know what I'm saying? Cut some of them back and dehydrate them or use them right then and there to go ahead and make you some teas. You won't regret it right now because everything is fresh. It's springtime. Everything is thriving. So it's going to grow back no matter if it's your turnips, no matter if it's your eggplant. Well, I don't know about it. Too many spider mites be on eggplant, but
What are you doing with your pine needles, sir? You know,
the
just
pine needles is for mosquito spray first and foremost. Okay, add some alcohol to it. Alcohol and water, so it'll become a mist when you spray it. Okay, you can add
so
sage in there, rosemary, and other things in there. But add either the rubbing alcohol or just regular alcohol, some white lightning. All right. Um, and make sure you do half and half. First, just do alcohol. Then you go back and do the water after it is set for maybe a month or 30 days or something like that. But you can always dip your hand in it if you need it real quick and, you know. But because it's fresh, it has everything that you want out of it. As time go on, it's basically used as some fire to make fire. All right. As you do it, then wait longer into the summer because as the summertime go in, remember they on every tree and plant is on decline because when fall time is coming, right? So right now, I advise, and if y'all see them little things that gumball drops, gumball
mothball,
drops. The look
mothballs,
with the little they be brown when they hit the ground. They got all them little spiny things on it.
roly polies.
Yeah, roly polies, right? If you see them right now, they are green. They small and they green, and that is a super healer for anything that's for the respiratory. Anything for the respiratory. That is, you heard of mullein, but that is the beast right there. So you can get them fresh right now.
Wait,
Okay?
this comes off a tree? What? All right.
Yeah. You know them little
What do it look
black
like?
joint.
Describe it, please. Right. You still got light. You know what I'm saying? Show us what you got going on.
No, it's dark out here.
This dog? Oh, all right. Well,
It's
I don't know what
definitely
you're talking
funky.
about. You gotta put me on. You gotta put me on.
I was thinking like black walnuts or
Lost in
something, but I don't
translation, ladies and
think that's
gentlemen. We
it.
got while he's waiting, it's an empty chair. Da, 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 da. We're back. You know what I mean? With the Garden Gumbo. Take the time right now to subscribe to us at the Garden Gumbo on YouTube University. We will be there. You probably see my face. And then in a couple of weeks, you'll see these beautiful people, these beautiful, wealthy, rich, successful, happy, healed, and whole people. You know what I mean? But you'll see me first. But of course, follow us there at the Garden Gumbo. You know what I mean? Follow everybody on the panel while Tove is looking for his roly poly slash little green gumballs.
Oh, oh,
You know what you're talking about now?
I know what. Yeah, but I can't remember.
Oh,
I don't know
okay.
if I've seen those down
Pine
here yet.
cones?
No,
I gotta take a picture, but
They
I don't know if I've
green on
seen
the
them.
tree.
Okay.
I've seen
They call
those
gumballs, you
before.
said?
I
I
don't
don't know
know.
what that is.
It look like if you step on them, they gonna hurt.
Yeah.
Looks like
Okay.
a sea urchin,
Little
but yeah,
spiny
Yeah.
seeds. Okay, what do you do with them though?
gum trees. Somebody
These
in the comment gardening hipster saying gum trees.
She called it sweet
gumball,
gum. Sweet
gumball
Okay,
gum.
tree,
okay. Thank you, gardener
gumdrops.
hipster.
Sweet gum. Okay, so what are we doing with that, sir?
Respiratory. Since they talking about, I just looked on the watchcall and they said it's a sickness that is going around right now. So be mindful. This is a respiratory killer.
Mm.
All right. For you smokers, a respiratory helper. All right. Um, this you you have to cut it open first of all, and it's gonna be a little bit hard unless you got some sharp knives. So sharpen your knives. Put it in alcohol, white. I say Everclear or some straight moonshine. All right, put it in there. Let it sit. Make your tincture, or you could do it in teas. Right? You could do them in teas right off the bat. Cut them open, put them in a pot, boil them. Right, and make your tea. Make your whole gallon. Use a whole gallon of water in that pot, and then dump a whole bunch of these in there. Cut them up and dump a whole bunch of these in there, and freeze it until you're ready to use it. Okay, freeze the tea that you made until you're ready to use it. Or if you're gonna use it right now, you want to just get started with it. Do it. This is. They don't want you to know about this.
Right.
They want you to cut these trees down.
Mm-hmm.
This
And what
it
tree is
grows
that coming from? It's a couple of questions from it. What tree is this again?
This is
Somebody in the comments said sweet gum tree.
yeah, sweet gum tree, right?
And
But it's now it
another
do
question
grow
was,
something else on it. Go for it.
do you get them green or do you get them dried out like yours? Assuming
Nah, this dead.
Green.
Okay, that's dry.
And then Upbeat put it treats coughs, ulcers, skin problems, and multi-drug resistant bacteria.
Which is
It
really
is
good
free.
because with all these things going around, I know down here in Florida we've seen a lot of sick patients lately, and they're nothing's showing up on any of the testing, you know. So everybody, it's just viral, but they're really really sick, and
Yeah.
so, I mean,
I just seen the alert. The alert hit my phone. Right? The alert hit my phone yesterday.
Yeah, I get them from the CDC because I'm a licensed nurse, so I get all of the alerts too, and I try to keep up to date for my patients. But anything like this that I can learn from and teach them, because I'm not big on the whole big pharma thing. I'd much rather be healthy by what is given to us. So
Right.
that's why I'm very happy to meet you tonight, sir.
Oh, thank you, my
Was
love. I'm happy
talking
to
about
meet you
it, and
too.
I was like, "Oh, this is going to be fantastic." That I can find something, because a lot of people are like, "You're a nurse, you should want to push the meds." I'm like, "No, I'm not that nurse." So
I got a question for you.
yeah,
Um, and I don't want to say nothing to get what I'm saying, to cause no friction in your profession,
yeah,
to get you in any trouble by your own words. But
right,
so answer it the best way you can.
got it.
Do modern medicine and helps you do modern medicine helps holistic medicine, or do holistic medicine help modern medicine?
Well, I can't really answer that, but what I can say is that if we look back thousands of years up until this point, and we look at how people lived and how people took care of themselves, and how in some cultures this is still very much what they do. They don't go to the doctor, they don't take pharmaceutical medications, but yet they're still able to care for themselves and take care of themselves. I think with knowing that information, that's pretty much all we need to know.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It just amazed me how many people that's in that side choose to stay in that thought process and not open themselves up. But you know what I do know? Every doctor has a holistic buddy.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, everything works hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? It
It
all
does.
works. All right, I'm gonna ask you guys really quickly. We usually take a picture around this time because we end at 10 o'clock, which is in 10 minutes. So we're gonna count to three together. 1, 2, 3. Cheese.
Cheese.
All right.
They're like cheese.
Because I got my mods. My mods be on my neck. You know what I'm saying? I just got to make sure we.
Yeah, ortho hey, I
we're-
run the ortho for home defense. It's springtime, summertime, and when it rains heavy, Ortho is my main go-to as to keep spiders out, to keep snakes out, to do all of that.
What,
I
that
was just
gun?
I was just reading the comment down at the bottom from
But
Reva
somebody said
Raven.
something about that sweet gum that you had about something about an old man told her something and it keeps the spiders away. That the
Oh,
thing that you
yeah,
use sweet gum.
I
Yeah.
saw that too.
It
Yeah.
could. It could. It's also something else that grow on the same tree that has the same medicinal. I want to say Eusenia. It's like a moss,
Mm.
right? It grows on it also. I get it in the fall and the springtime, early spring, right? In the fall time, I go out there and I forage and I find it and I get it, right? It's also called. Some people confuse it with old man's beard,
Hmm.
but it's not old man's beard grow this long, where this one only grows a little short. Now we'll have black on there. Do not take the black part, scrape the black part off, and it'll come off easy. But the green part, the mossy green, both of them grows on the same tree, has the same property. I'm willing to bet I put this against any herb out there.
Hmm.
I put this
The
against
sweet
any
gum?
herb out there. Huh?
The sweet gum?
We
That
gum. I put it against anything. This in that one I'm talking about Eusenia. I put them two against anything out there. I don't care mullein, mint, whatever you got out there, stuff that grow in Jamaica, stuff that grow in Africa. I'm putting this against anything.
Oh.
As
how
far
do you
as
use it? How do you use it?
uh, you cut it. First of all, cut it up. Okay, you're gonna need a sharp knife. Um, you're gonna need a sharp knife, and some gloves because it's gonna be pointy, right? So your garden gloves and a sharp knife, and get to cutting like you cutting carrots and everything. And matter of fact, a grater wouldn't be a bad idea. You know, that's
Yeah,
even better.
that's a great
Um,
idea.
yeah, yeah.
You
So
can't use a
and
spice
then,
grinder?
huh?
Just curious to use a spice grinder. I mean, if you're trying to boil it anyway, no?
Yeah, 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 yeah. And now the way I strain it, I just use a pantyhose. I just use a pantyhose. You want to use two pantyhose? Use two pantyhose. It's gonna catch everything. All right.
Yeah.
And then just go ahead and strain it. Uh, so you're gonna cut them up, put them in the thing because you have to cut it to break the stuff out, to release everything. All right. Because this is a hard shell. It's a
You can use a
hard shell.
nutcracker,
Or nutcracker,
spice
or the lemon cracker,
grip.
whatever. Good.
Oh,
Gotcha.
yeah. Okay.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
So then you want to go ahead and boil. Like I say, do everything by a gallon, unless you're just doing something in your coffee pot, right? Your coffee maker, your electric coffee maker. Do it by a gallon and take as many as you can. If you got a big pot and you're using a gallon of water, fill that pot up to about halfway. And just but with these, all right, the crushed up, and then go ahead and do it and boil it. Boil it for maybe 10 minutes with the lid on. Okay,
Yeah.
with the lid on. When you
Keep all that
boil it,
steam in there. Keep everything in
yeah,
there.
you don't want to let the because what happens when you boil water and you leave and come back? It's
It just,
gone, right?
yeah.
It's burning the pot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So the water dissipate, so all the nutrients also will dissipate. So put the lid on, water be up on the lid. You can see water on the glass lid, and it drips right back down. Okay, so that's how you want to make it. And like I said, store it in the same gallon jug that you got that gallon water out of that you use to boil to make this tea. Now, if you do a tincture, you want to use a high grade 70 proof and above. Okay, so I just say use some white lightning. All right, use some white lightning. You can use anything, but I say use white lightning.
Man, I hate it, man. You know what I mean? Because, we ended 10. You know what I mean? And such great information here. Would you agree? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. I'm
We're gonna have to do
captivated.
our close, man. Everybody get to say their goodbyes. You know what I'm saying? Look, follow the Herbal Brother Tov. Please follow Limited Edition, and please the beautiful Edwina. And of course the Garden Gumbo. Mercy, mercy, so. And we're gonna we got our picture, and we're gonna let um, these guys say goodbye, and where you can find them, and we out of here. Come on, Tov. Tell them where you at.
Hey, I'm
Your
at
website.
the Herbal Brother Toe on here. I'm on the Herbal Brother Toe on two different platforms on Facebook, same name, and I'm on the Herbal Brother Toe on Instagram, and I'm on Yachttastic Gardening on YouTube, and I'm on bodyandplant.com. Order what you need from your boy. I take this serious, so I take you serious. Bam, 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 bam.
Come on, limited edition.
Thank you
Tell us where
guys.
you
Thanks
find
again
you
for
at.
everything. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Threads. It's limited edition pretty much everywhere. Other than that, I can't tell you anything else. It's all top secret. But I've
No,
enjoyed this, and thank you all for everything tonight and all of the wisdom. So I really appreciate it. It was really fun.
hey, it is my pleasure to bring you guys here. Next week is Memorial Day, and if we're lucky, we can get Tamara in here to make some of her dandelion honey,
Okay.
and
Oh,
And Quisha's going to be chiming in from Phoenix. So that's
Okay.
going to be
It's
New
always
Hampshire, Phoenix. We had a good time. As usual, I can't say, I don't have an outro as good as Edwina. So I'm going to let her take us home. You know what I mean? Come on, sis. Let's get us up out of here.
okay. And of course, I am the Chocolate Green Thumb on all social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. And so this was a lovely, lovely show today. We thank you for Brother Tove and a limited edition, Miss Mindy. We thank you for your participation and bringing so much joy and knowledge to our group. So, in the meantime, as well as in between time, it is my prayer that you take care of yourself so that we can take care of each other. Bye bye.
yes.
God bless.
Bye.
Bye.